Chapter 11 On the Outs. 1 week after Sadie explosively accused you of being Valerie's murderer, you come out on your front porch to check the mail. I wonder if things have blown over with the neighborhood yet. I mean, that accusation was obviously ridiculous, right? You're saying you see a familiar upstreeter on her morning power walk and politely wave to her. "Morning, Jackie." But instead of reciprocating the usual hello, she quickly crosses to the other side of the street, muttering to herself, "Just keep walking." Hey, there's nothing to be scared of. None of what Sadie said was true, I promise. But your neighbor just puts her earbuds in and scurries away. Great, still the neighborhood outcast. If she actually thought I killed Valerie, she would have called the cops. She just wants to ostracize me. And she's totally succeeding. I might as well say goodbye to HOA votes I gained from the car wash. Suddenly, Mari walks past at a rapid clip, clearly working to avoid you. You toss your mail back in the box and dash off after her. "Mari, hold on." "Sorry, Faith, I'm in a hurry." "I can see that. Where's the fire?" "Kelsey's. She's hosting a brunch to discuss the safety of the street." "And I didn't get an invite?" I'm gonna be late. Goodbye." She ups her pace and scurries away, leaving you rooted to the spot in surprise. "I'm on your side. We're both downstreeters. I want the best for all of us." But she only quickens her pace. Your frustration turns to resolve. If she wants to turn me into the town pariah, let her try. I still have a shot at winning this thing and stopping her reign of terror. I know I can rally enough downstreet neighbors, and I'll just start with Mari, Kelsey, and whatever other downstreeters show up at the brunch. I have just the look that says HOA qualified and ready to slay all attempts to steal your homes. Back inside, you change into a sophisticated yet sexy dress and paired with a fashionable trench coat. Sting like a wasp. Power outfit check. You got this, Faith. With an added boost to confidence, you head out. You knock on Kelsey's front door with gusto, and a young woman answers. "Can I help you?" You must be one of Kelsey's daughters. I'm your neighbor, Faith." "Cool. I'm Nina." "High school?" No, college. I'm just home for the summer. All the housewives are in the kitchen." "Great outfit, by the way. I'm so over the cookie-cutter suburban Stepford look on this street." "Yeah, I keep getting reminded just how different I am. Trust me, in this case, it's a good thing." You head inside, stunned to find a collection of your downstreet neighbors in the living room talking to... "I know you were all surprised to learn of my downstreet roots, but that should only reassure you." "Great. What kind of crap is she spewing this time?" You wait to make your presence known, listening intently from the doorway as all downstreeters move closer to her, anxious to hear more. "What do you mean, reassure us?" "I know what it looks like to live downstreet. I also know how to build myself up to something greater. With your support, I can help do the same for you." "Okay, I can't stomach more of this. Good morning, friends. I hope no one is believing this bull. Specifically the part where Sadie implied she's ever had to work hard in her life." "Faith, you came. And looking great. That outfit is incredible. You have to let us know where you got it." "Ahem, Faith may look the part, but let's remind ourselves that she is not the innocent neighbor she pretends to be." "Your lies don't affect me, because unlike you, I have nothing..." "Oh, Faith, you came just in time to hear my announcement. I'm starting a neighborhood watch tonight. Neighbors will pair up and take shifts patrolling the street to ensure everyone's safety. And I do mean everyone." "What a great idea." "Sadie, that's a genius." Genius isn't the word I'd use for it. "Why so quiet, Faith? I thought you'd be pleased to hear me focusing on the entire neighborhood." "Sadie, count me in." You force yourself your frustration and paste on a smile. "Ensuring the safety of this community is my top priority." "Happy to hear it." She smiles acidly and produces a sign-up sheet from her bag. Please partner up and print your full names on the shift, and you're available to take. Oh, and I do have one piece of advice. The neighbors listen in closely as she throws a glance your way. Lock your doors, sweeties. There's a murder afoot. As she strides out, the rest of the women begin to pair off. You take your chances on finding a partner. Hi, Jill. I've already signed up. Sorry, Faith. Oh, Marlene? I'm taken. No worries. It's becoming crystal clear that no one wants you as their partner. One by one, everyone signs up and walks away, leaving you alone with Kelsey. I don't suppose you want to... I'm already taking the midnight shift with Mari, but... She purses her lips, regarding you with a troubled expression, before pulling you into the kitchen. Look, I'm sorry this is happening to you. I know you're not a murderer, but I'd risk Sadie's wrath just by standing with you. Kelsey. You'd really throw me under the bus? I swear, I'd never choose Sadie if it wasn't for something she knows about Mari and me. You're telling me she's blackmailing you? Mari and I have seniority down street. If we stand behind Sadie, others fall in line. If we don't give her our full support and persuade the rest of the downstreeters to follow suit, she'll expose our secrets. She sits down heavily in a chair, putting her head in her hands. Holding all this in is taking a toll on me. Sometimes I just want to confess everything so she can't control me anymore. Now that Kelsey and Mari have shown they're capable of turning on me, I wouldn't mind learning their secrets to use it to my own advantage. A plan forming in your mind, you put a passionate hand on her shoulder. If you wanted to talk about it, I wouldn't judge you. It's more to have people on your side so you can stand up to Sadie together. She glances to one side and you follow her gaze to see an anxious-looking Mari fidgeting in the corner and staring into nothing. We've been through a lot. You'd really be willing to hear us out? I'm here to talk. Thank you. I think that might help. Looking uneasy about the remaining at the scene of the HOA meeting, she guides you into an empty guest room. Now that it's just us, why don't you start? Kelsey takes a deep breath, and then the words start spilling out of her. Several years ago, she tried to expand her brand by hosting a bed and breakfast at her home, while her husband and children were on vacation. Sounds pretty resourceful of her. I know everyone loves her cooking. It all ended up becoming too stressful for her and was a total failure. Oh, well, that doesn't sound all that bad. Starting a new business has its challenges, after all. If you can call 10 people getting food poisoning from the undercooked cake a challenge, it's not even to mention the person who found a worm or a worn Band-Aid in their slice. A Band-Aid in the cake. That's disgusting. Several people filed lawsuits and defamed her Welp page. Jeez, poor Mari. She would have never done that on purpose. Of course not. She must have just been so overwhelmed. Like you wouldn't believe. She was trying to help contribute to her family. What did she do next? She was able to get the comments removed and the suits dropped. Her lawyer argued they were trying to scam her out of money. She must have hired a really great lawyer. But Sadie took a screenshot of some of the negative comments before they were removed. Every time Mari does something Sadie doesn't approve of, she posts them on Mari's face space to nudge her back in line. Damn, I'd say that's the definition of blackmail. Kelsey, what is she holding over your head? Are you sure I can trust you? Of course you can. We're both downstreeters, and Sadie's line of fire. I know where my loyalties lie. You're right. I need to be able to trust people who are on my side. It was the start of a heat wave a few years ago. I went for a swim in my pool. As anyone with a pool would do. It's been a while since my last wax, and She lowers her voice to a horrified whisper as she finally lets out an admission. My bush was showing out of the sides of my bikini bottoms. Okay. And why should we care? You were in your own backyard. You can't be, seriously. She's treating an untrimmed bush like a Watergate-level scandal? Still, you desperately choke your laugh into a gasp of shock and sympathetic horror. Kelsey, you can't get lax on your personal grooming like that. I know, it's just been so busy shuttling the kids to and from school all year. I barely had any time for myself. Some teenage boys from the neighborhood snuck a photo and posted online. No. Everyone on the street saw it. Thank God my face wasn't in it, so my identity had been spared for now. Let me guess. Sadie knows it's you. A friend of hers did some detective work. They figured it out. It was from my discontinued DeLucci patio tiles. Now every chance she gets, she threatens to reveal the truth if I don't back her bid for president. You wrap a comforting arm around her shoulders and internally celebrating the fact that you now have the goods on both of them. I appreciate you trusting me with this. Now you see why we've been supporting Sadie. We don't want to, we have to. I do understand, and I want to be able to trust you and Mari, but you'll understand if it takes me some time, won't you? Of course. I wish I'd been honest with you from the beginning, but Faith, thank you for listening. I'm glad I got it all off my chest. You excuse yourself, fully aware that you'll be using this blackmail against them when most advantageous. Well played, Faith. Well played. Later that afternoon, you're at Charles' place to vent about the street's treatment of you over a glass of wine. I never thought that as an adult I'd have to face the same feeling as when I was picked for last for volleyball during gym. They hate me. And why? Because I actually care about the neighborhood? Because Sadie told them to? A warm hand rests on your thigh, and you turn your attention to the compassion in his gaze. It isn't fair, but you can't let them get to you. That's exactly what she wants. How do you handle this? It just makes me angry about the way the street treats you. It's such bull. Well, from my own experience, I can offer a few wise words. His fingers move slowly against your thigh, splitting your attention in two. She knows you aren't guilty. She just wants to ruin your credibility so she can win the presidency and tear you down their house. It's all smoke and mirrors to draw attention away from the fact she tried to bury her downstreeter past. I don't get how someone can live their life that way. Everything's so calculated and cold. It's the same reason she perpetuated the rumors about me. She knows I didn't kill my wife. He clears his throat when his voice tightens. She spread the rumor for convenience. It kept people away so she could try and make a move on me without competition. That's despicable. But I guess I'm grateful that if I'm on the outs now, too, I have you with me. Nobody wanted to partner with me on the neighborhood watch either. They didn't even want me at the meeting, but I think that might be a blessing in disguise. Your attention turns once again to his hand on your thigh, creeping ever higher. Oh, why is that? We're the only two left without partners, which means we have no choice but to partner up ourselves. His voice gets lower and huskier each word, and he leans closer, bringing his lips near to yours. Which gives me one more excuse to spend time with you. Partner. Your breath catches as his mouth presses to yours. You melt as he parts your lips with his own, leisurely sliding his tongue against yours. His hands travel your body, and yours do the same to him, palms flattening over his flexing abs. Let's get rid of this. He lifts his arms as you tug his shirt over his head and toss it aside. You run your hands from his neck to his muscular pecs to his stomach. Much better. He pushes you gently onto your back. Climbing over you on the couch, you shiver as he kisses up your collarbone. Suddenly, the grandfather clock in the living room chimes, bringing you back to focus. You notice night beginning to fall through the window. As fun as this is, I think it's about time we started our shift, partner. He lets out a contrary grunt and kisses up the side of your neck. Your toes curl in enjoyment, but you push him back softly. I'm starting to think you're in this partnership with ulterior motives. You feel a flutter in your chest as he brushes his knuckles down your jaw, his voice soft and worshipful. All the right reasons, I'd say. You sit up, forcing him to sit back on his heels. Place a finger under his chin as you bring your faces close. Be good on patrol and I'll give you a very generous reward later. Yes, ma'am. You press a quick peck to his lips and then take his hand and pull him off the couch. Good boy. Let's get to work. Tonight we clear our names and prove she is the real murderer. A little while later, you and Charles are parked up straight in your car in a dim patch of curb between the beams of streetlights. I know for a fact that all of Vermillion Lane's suspicious activity starts here. Now, it's just a waiting game. The only suspicious activity I've seen so far is Mr. Vega putting a pizza box in the recycling bin. I don't see lights on at Sadie's at all. Wait, that was suspicious. You eye her house grumpily, disappointed at the lack of, well, anything that you've seen from it. I bet she invited everyone but us to a campaign dinner, is out having one of her many affairs. I wonder who her victim is tonight. You're cute when you're grumpy. I'm not grumpy, I'm passionately unamused. Well, the street's been quiet, and she hasn't let out a peep. Why don't we call off the stakeout, and I do something to cheer you up? Take you out to dinner, bring you home for dessert, find a way to turn your passion from unamused to delighted. You cross your arms and look at him at the corner of your eye. I'm not grumpy, and I don't need you to cheer me up. Perhaps I need to try an alternative tactic. He rests his hands on your knee and slowly slides up your thigh, a lustful look in his eyes. You wouldn't. We're in the car. I certainly would. You've been wound up all day, and I know what you need to take the edge off. He gives your upper thigh a gentle squeeze before playing his fingers higher, making your pulse quicken. We're in the middle of Up Street. The street's empty. No one's around to see us or interrupt us. His fingers slip beneath the hem of your skirt, barely brushing against your sensitive heat through the thin fabric of your panties. Oh. I'll play hard to get, given a temptation. You let yourself slump in your seat, thighs opening to give his hand more access to you between your legs. Yep. Sorry, we have to be good because YouTube. Okay? You said I'd get an award if I was good on patrol, but wouldn't it feel so good to be bad and let off some steam instead? Let's spice up the takeout. Basically, we know how this is going to work, especially because of YouTube. So, as difficult as it is, you push his hand away. We're on a stakeout to try and clear our names. We need to stay focused. I admire your focus, partner. Just then, the doors to the mayor's house opens, and you see a woman's figure silhouetted in the door. Oh my god, is that Sadie? This is just what we need to prove her illicit affair with the mayor. You whip out your phone and hit record, but as the woman steps out onto the porch, you catch sight of her face in the light. Is that Kelsey's daughter? He watches Nina blows a kiss over her shoulder, then walks down the steps while casually slipping something into her bra. Is Nina having an affair with the mayor too? Seems everyone is. Without further ado, thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down the description, plenty of things to check out there. Ways to support this channel, this community, and more things to check out, of course. With that being said, sorry about being a little late on this just had a lot going on, personal IRL stuff, so here this weekend I'll be focusing a lot more on this stuff. So today is Saturday evening, and I'm going to get this up for you, and then we'll have a few other chapters, and then we'll be moving on to some other stuff that you'll genuinely, hopefully, enjoy. Thanks for watching. Peace out.